What is up, guys? It's me, TheGamingD, and welcome back to another video. Today, we are going to be doing week number 2 of the predictions of NFL season, week number 2. Today, I'm actually going to be doing it by myself just because I kind of want it to be a quicker episode and not take a long time. Plus, I'm so tired right now. I don't know what's been going on, but I'm pretty much dead. So I didn't want to bother Devin or Jacob to join me in this week's episode. So first, I don't think I did that good last week when it came to the selections. But again, what can you do? So I think starting this week, I'll actually see my record from each week and see how good I do. So, starting week number 2, we're going to start with the Thursday game, the Texans versus the Bengals. Now, the Bengals, they didn't do good at all. I'm gonna actually look to see what their score was. I know it wasn't great at all. It was I think this was probably the worst game of week 1 that could have possibly happened. And I think it was I don't know, it's weird. It was a weird game. So last week it was Ravens versus Bengals. The Bengals didn't even score a single point. The Texans, in their last game against the Jags, at least scored 7, but that was with a terrible quarterback. This week, they're starting a rookie quarterback for his first professional start, and I think they're going to do better. Deshaun Watson's way better than Tom Savage. I don't get why they started Tom Savage to begin with. It didn't make sense. Deshaun Watson did way better in the preseason than Savage did, so I think it made sense. So I think the Texans are going to win against the Bengals on Thursday, which is probably the day you guys are watching this video. Alright, now going to the Sunday games. Now starting off the games that are all at 1 o'clock Eastern Time is the Bills and the Panthers. Now, last week the Bills won against the Jets, which makes sense, honestly. But the Panthers won against the 49ers. So they both face terrible teams, but I think the Panthers are going to win. I just think Cam Newton's playing better this year, but the Bills, their team isn't as good. Like last year, it was decent, but I don't think they're going to be able to make it to, I'd say, close to the playoffs, so I'd say Panthers. Now, the next game, we got the Bears versus the Buccaneers. Now, the Buccaneers did not play week 1 because they had that bye week because of the hurricane. And so, we don't know what they can give. We don't know how good they are or not. But the Bears. The Bears did pretty damn good against the Falcons last week. The Bears, I'm honestly surprised because they were a touchdown away from winning the game. A touchdown and a field goal away from winning. So I feel like they're gonna do way better this year than they did in the past. So I don't know. I want to say Bears. I want to say Bears on this one. Now, next game, we got Vikings versus Steelers. Now, the Steelers came so close to losing to the Browns. Now, this is the Browns they're rebuilding their team, and they're a pretty good team this year. If they can keep going on the trail that they're going, because they scored 18 points against the Steelers that were in the AFC Championship last year. But again, I think last year the Browns beat the Steelers just in a regular season game. So I don't know, there's something about those two teams when they go against each other. But the Vikings went against the Saints, and the Vikings did very well. Their run game and what is it, Sam Bradford. He's some reason, man. This year he's really good, but I think it's just a beginning of the year thing for them. So I kind of want to say, um, I want to say Steelers just because the Steelers got that run game and that pass game when they can do it. Now, the next one, Cardinals and Colts. These are two teams that I feel are actually struggling. Now, these are two teams that are actually struggling at the beginning of the season. I'd say Cardinals, they're not as good as they used to be. The 2015 season, I think, was their highlight of recent history. They made it to the playoffs, and they did pretty damn good during the regular season in 2015. Last year, they fell off, and I feel like they're still falling off. They lost against the Lions last week, and then we have the Colts that, they lost against the Rams pretty damn bad. But the Rams, I'd say they're a young team, so you don't really have to worry about injury and stuff. But the Colts, I feel like they lost because of their quarterback position and who they decided to put in. I think they should have put Jacoby Brissett in instead of the other dude, just because Jacoby's actually played regular season games and, did pretty damn good. And man, he was with the Patriots. Like, come on. Put him in. But I think once they get Andrew Luck back, maybe they'll do good. But I'm gonna have to say Cardinals for this game. Now, the next 1 o'clock game is the Patriots versus the Saints. Now, both teams lost last week, and the Patriots did good in the first half going into, the second half. After that, it was mostly, I'd say, Tom Brady was trying to get used to using different people because they don't have Edelman, they don't have Malcolm Mitchell. Danny Amendola ended up getting hurt, so he had new targets to throw to, and he couldn't get used to it during the game. Like, I think this week they're gonna be better off. But yeah, the defense from the Patriots needs to step it up if they're gonna actually win this game. But they lost to the Chiefs last week, and the Saints lost to the Vikings. They only lost by 10 points, but again, they had Adrian Peterson, and they could not get the run game going at all. Drew Brees was getting stuffed, and it was honestly kind of embarrassing for Saints fans. But yeah, I'm gonna have to say Patriots on this one, just because I feel like after that game they got yelled at a lot, and they're gonna be working harder towards getting another championship. So I think Patriots. Now the next game, you got the Browns versus the Ravens. Now the Ravens scored 20 points against the Bengals, and I'm surprised that it was that many points, but I don't know. I feel like I kind of want to say Browns just because it's the Browns. The Browns, this year I feel like they're better, especially in the quarterback position. So, I'm gonna say Browns. Browns on this one. Alright, the next one we got Eagles and Chiefs. Now the Eagles won against the Redskins 30-17, which is honestly a big surprise. I know that their run game, the Eagles' run game, isn't the greatest, especially with LeGarrette Blount in there, but their passing game is pretty good. The Chiefs won against the Patriots, Super Bowl champions, so after seeing that and what their rookie running back can do, and what Alex Smith can now do, compared to the way he's been the past couple of years, I think that the Chiefs are going to win this one. Next one, we got Titans versus the Jags. Now, let's see here. The Jags won against the Texans. The Texans played terrible, as we can see. And that running back, Leonard Fournette, he's a bad man. He can play pretty damn good. I know he didn't do that good during the preseason, but then I watched the Titans and Raiders game, and the Titans did terrible. I didn't think they were good at all. They just weren't playing good. So I'm gonna say the Jags. Now we got the Jets and the Raiders at 4:05. And this is definitely the Raiders. If the Raiders don't win, there is a problem. The Raiders beat the Titans last week, and the Jets lost to the Bills last week. So, Raiders. Then we got the Dolphins and Chargers. So, we got Dolphins didn't play because, again, the hurricane that was sliding on through Miami. But the Chargers lost against the Broncos just by 3 points, which is not that bad. But I'm going to have to say Chargers on this. They're going to go 1-1 in week 2 just because the Dolphins offense is not going to be good with Jay Cutler in as quarterback. I can say that. I don't like that they signed him out of everyone. Honestly, I think they should have signed Colin Kaepernick just because he's more of a Ryan Tannehill. You know, they're kind of similar in a way. But yeah, I think Chargers are going to get this one. Then at 4:30, we have the Cowboys and the Broncos. Now, the Broncos won, just barely. Their offense was looking pretty good, and it was by the skin of their teeth that they won. But the Cowboys did, I don't want to say slaughter, but they kind of did the Giants. Mainly, their defense is really good at stopping offenses. So, I think the Cowboys. Now, 49ers and Redskins. The 49ers got spanked by the Panthers. And the Seahawks. Did I say Redskins or Seahawks? I mean Seahawks, if I said Redskins. Seahawks did not play good at all against the Packers. Only scored 9 points, which is a surprise. But again, you're going to be going against the 49ers. The 49ers suck balls. Like, they haven't been good since their most recent Super Bowl against the Ravens, and even that they didn't even win. So, yeah, let's Seahawks. Then another game at 4:30. So we got 3 games at 4:30, boys. We got Redskins and Rams. I think this year might be the Rams' year. They haven't done good in a long time, so I think they're gonna do good. They friggin' destroyed the Colts, 46-9. I think that was the highest scored game. No, was it? Yeah, it was the highest scored game in week 1. And I think they're going to win again. Rams. Then we got Packers versus Falcons. Now, I'm pretty sure this was a NFC Championship rematch, if I'm not mistaken. And the way I saw the Packers play, I feel like the Packers will win. You got Aaron Rodgers is good. They got good receivers. I'd say the Falcons were kind of slacking against the Browns last week. They just barely won. So, I'd say Packers. And then the final game on Monday at 8 o'clock is going to be the Lions versus the Giants. Now, the Lions beat the Cardinals last week, and the Giants lost. Pretty bad. If the Giants' offense can start going, then they could win. But I've seen the Lions' defense against the Patriots during preseason, and it was not good. The Patriots, what was it, like 27 owed them or something like that in, like, before halftime, and that's kind of sad. But what can you do? This is a tough one. You know what? I'm gonna say Lions, just Lions, because why not? So, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy my predictions. If you did, please have a like, comment, and subscribe if you have not. And I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.